From WXII 12 News, this is breaking news.
Breaking news tonight in Winston-Salem. There is a massive fire near the city's downtown area. It is so bad, fire crews are not currently fighting it. This is happening at Weaver Fertilizer on North Cherry Street. Voluntary evacuations are in place. Let's get right to Jackie Pascal. She joins us live from the scene. Jackie, what do we know at this hour?
Yeah, Kenny, we are a little bit away from that scene right now because a lot of folks are being told to move out of this area. This is by Weaver Fertilizer Plant. I want to give you a look over here. Exactly what it looks like right now is the fire looks like it might be dwindling just a little bit. The smoke coming off the building still definitely there, but not as bad. Now, you might have just heard a bus rolling away from us. I want to kind of explain some evacuations that have been going on right now. We are just right by the Forsyth Correctional Center, just a few blocks away from the fertilizer plant, and they are evacuating those offenders that are at the center right now. They did say they would be returning at some point, but again, they are evacuating right now. Some other evacuation notes here. Again, this is not mandatory from the city, but they are encouraging this right now from Wake Forest University. They were saying this includes the off-campus housing north of Polo Road between Cherry Street and Long Drive, and on-campus housing that is not included in these evacuations that the university is strongly recommending based on from city and fire. The university says it's currently working on long-term plans for those that do not have an alternative place to go. Right now, the city is recommending you go with family or friends if you don't have one of those spots. Those plans, the university says, will be communicated as soon as possible. One more note for you. We did hear this from one of the parents in the Winston-Salem Forsyth County School District, so we did make a call on this. Parents at North Hills Elementary have been let known that the safety teams for the district are watching this fire, and they will let you know how this might impact the school day before 7 a.m. tomorrow. That is the closest school to this evacuation area right now. Again, this is in a 1-mile radius around 4440 North Cherry Street here in Winston-Salem at the fertilizer plant. And the biggest issue here is the ammonium nitrate tanks that they say are inside of that plant. That building did collapse several hours ago. This fire has been going since at least 8 o'clock this evening. And again, it is after 11 o'clock now. So this has been going on for a long time. Those fire crews did pull out a while ago. But again, at least we can see the smoke here is dwindling on scene. We'll check back with you in just a little while. For now, live in Winston-Salem, Jackie Pascal, WXII 12 News.
Jackie, glad to hear that the flames appear to be going down. I want to bring in the mayor of Winston-Salem, Alan Joines, kind enough to join us this evening via telephone. Mayor, what do Winston-Salem residents need to know at this hour? What's the most important thing you can tell them?
I think, Kenny, as was reported, this is a very volatile situation. The chance for explosion is fairly high. We recall the explosion down in Texas several years ago, where I understand we've got almost 10 times more ammonium nitrate in this site than was in that Texas site, and there was several fatalities there. So what I'm saying to citizens is, if you're close by within that 1-mile radius, I really highly encourage you to evacuate out of the area.
Why is this not yet a mandatory evacuation, and is something like that even feasible given the time of year and this late hour?
Well, again, it's something that we believe that folks will take heed. We're pushing the information out on our reverse 911 and through all of our social media outlets, Kenny. And it's interesting. I've had a number of hotels call and offer up rooms for individuals who might need some help there. So try to get that word out as well, Kenny.
Jackie Pascal, who had a live report for us at the scene just a few minutes ago, described hearing loud booms from the area. Do we know if any of these chemicals have started to erupt at this point?
Kenny, I haven't had a report from the chief. I haven't talked to him in about 30 minutes, and as of that time, there had not been any explosions of that nature. There may have been some other tanks, I think, lesser explosions.
And again, it's a few minutes after 11 o'clock here. People watching our news may be deciding to go to bed here before too long. If this situation gets worse, how does the city respond? Would you be able to expand the evacuation perimeter? And what sort of challenges would you face with that happening in the middle of the night?
Well, again, the reverse 911 system works pretty well in terms of calling individuals. If need be, we'll do some, drive-throughs with loudspeakers. But I think the 911 system and the social media does a pretty good job of getting the word out, Kenny. But I think, as you rightfully pointed out, the fire is dying down, and that's the key to it, is to keep our firefighters will be able to get back closer to it at some point to get water on it to continue to cool it down. That's the key to it, is keeping that ammonium nitrate as cool as it could possibly be done.
I'm glad you brought that up. Is there a plan? Is there a time when ideally it would be safe for crews to start to attack this thing again? Understand they were pulled out maybe an hour and a half ago out of fears for their own safety when this was getting worse and worse. Do you have an indication that perhaps at some point overnight it would be safe for them to try to tamp this thing down some more?
Yeah, Kenny, I don't know what the criteria would be. Certainly, Chief Mayo will be making that call when he feels like it's safe for firefighters to return to actually actively throwing water back on the fire.
And can you give Winston-Salem residents, and in particular folks near this fertilizer plant, an idea of when everyone can kind of exhale and feel as though the most severe worst case scenario danger has passed? Obviously that's what we're all rooting for here, but with chemicals and fire, from the way you described it, a possibility of an explosion sounds like it is still very much on the table at this hour, even with the flames dying down.
I think so, Kenny. I mean, it's hard to say when we could take a deep breath, as you say, and relax. So it's still just a minute by minute evolution of the situation, Kenny. And I wouldn't want to make any projections on when it would be safe.
Mayor, appreciate your time for us tonight. Imagine it's going to be a long evening for you, and certainly for the brave men and women who are on the ground close to this thing. We hope that they will safely be able to get back to trying to keep this contained just as soon as possible, and we hope that as soon as we possibly can, that this will be in our rearview mirror. To the best of your knowledge at this point, still no injuries, is that correct?
Well, that's my last communication, no injuries. And let me just say that everyone give a prayer for our firefighters who are out there tonight, really got their lives on the line for all of us here.
Well said. Mayor, thank you very much for your time, and we do appreciate it and hope and pray for the best for everybody.